If you're a tourist visiting Jamaica, this video will show you all of the transportation options available. There are many transportation options in Jamaica, from cheap and chaotic to safe and reliable. The choice is yours, so we have put together this video so you can make an informed decision. Each traveler has their own set of priorities and own budget, and we want to make sure everyone enjoys their trip to Jamaica regardless of these. We can't emphasize enough our suggestion to use a recommended private licensed driver and tour guide to take you around Jamaica. If your travel agent is a Jamaica specialist, they likely have a great recommendation for you. This is usually the safest and less hectic way to enjoy your vacation in Jamaica. The safest way to get around Jamaica is with a recommended registered driver. Meet Lyndon. We'll put his information below.
Hi, I'm Lyndon. I'm registered with the Tourist Board. I've been driving for 20 years in the tourism industry. My main areas of service is from Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, Negril, South Coast. I've been all over the island, and I would love to take you and your family safely around Jamaica.
It's also a great way to make the most of your trip by going to locations that you want to and not stopping for others. If meeting others is what you want, then some drivers will also offer shared transportation with other tourists. By private licensed driver, we mean a driver who not only has a license to drive, but also be licensed by the Jamaica Tourist Board. Being licensed by the Jamaica Tourist Board requires extra safety and background checks, as well as additional insurance. As well as licensed by the Ministry of Transportation and Jamaica Tourist Board, we would also suggest getting first-hand recommendations from your experienced travel agent and Jamaica specialist. Of course, there are bad drivers at any level of licensing, and it's always best to use personal experience from your travel agent. Tour drivers registered with the JTB will have a badge for their person as well as a sticker for their vehicle. One of the only things that runs on time in Jamaica is the Knutsford Express, a coach bus that offers scheduled transportation between several locations in Jamaica. This bus will not drop you off anywhere except the stop you booked, so a taxi may be required to get to your final destination. The schedule is very limited, especially outside of the city, so book early to avoid a sold-out bus on the date you need to travel. As a side note, they also run a very efficient courier service around the island that can work well for packages and sending gifts to friends within Jamaica. The cheapest way to get around Jamaica is usually a route taxi. This is an intricate yet chaotic system where privately owned vehicles go on certain routes throughout Jamaica. Fares depend on the route and distance and can go up for extra luggage, turn-offs to your destination, or chartered fares. This can be an unsafe way to travel, particularly for tourists who don't know their way around, may not be street smart, and don't know the fares or cultural expectations. Route taxis will usually honk as they pass you, and you can simply put your hand out to show them you are interested. Make sure you tell them where you are going prior to getting in, as they may not be going as far or to where you want to go. Although it's always safer to travel in numbers, route taxis are nearly impossible to enter as a group unless you are getting it from a bus park where it gets filled up. There is never AC, and most operators will fill the van up as full as possible. Here are some safety tips. Look for red license plates on the front and back of the vehicle. Look for the writing on the side of the car that says route taxi, although this is not always on the car. Keep any bags on you. Leaving them in the back or trunk can result in passengers taking them by accident or deliberately. In the city of Kingston and some other locations, there is a bus run by the government called JUTC, Jamaica Urban Transit Company. They offer regular bus service within defined routes. Fares are predetermined by the government, some lower than $1 with special rates for seniors and students. This system runs like most North American bus systems, except that it's limited to highly populated areas such as Kingston and Portmore. The same crimes that happen in all big cities can happen on these buses, such as pickpocketing, so be very aware of your surroundings if you choose this option. There are several reliable car rental services in Jamaica. Which one you will choose depends on your personal preference in cars and availability. The roads in Jamaica are not easy to navigate unless you have a lot of practice and know where you are going. Animals, drivers on the wrong side of the road, poor signage, and potholes are some of the many reasons it can be risky to drive yourself as a tourist. Renting over long weekends and holidays can be difficult unless you have reserved your vehicle well in advance. Both MBJ and KIN airports have rentals on site. As well, several rental companies will deliver to your resort or location. Regardless of what modes of transportation you choose, always keep your trusted family informed on your location and plans. Many tourists have gotten lost in the fun and sent their family into panic mode by being out of touch to only be found having the time of their lives. There are also some boats, trains, and helicopters, but none have official routes around Jamaica for transportation purposes. Boats, helicopters, yachts, and catamarans can be privately hired for tours or transportation, but are often costly. To book your trip to Jamaica, call your favorite travel agent and Jamaica specialist. We would love to hear from you. We have provided our contact information below and love to read your comments. Please click on the bell below for notifications and subscribe to our channel for weekly shows. We hope you enjoyed our informative video on transportation options in Jamaica and look forward to you joining us on our next journey.